All right, welcome back on this Monday night. We've got two big things on our radar for Tuesday. Record-shattering warmth that will be expected, and we're highly confident we are going to break the record tomorrow. And we could test the warmest day in Toledo's history in the month of February, with highs surging into the lower 70s. Then the storm threat. That's going to be the other ingredient that's really prompting our alert day. Strong to severe storms, a possibility right around or even after this time tomorrow night, late Tuesday and into Wednesday. Gusty winds, large hail, going to be the leading risk associated with that severe weather threat. You got to think April here, not necessarily late February. It's going to be a situation that's going to feel a whole lot more like early spring. 54 in Tiffin, 55 in Findlay, and it felt a lot like spring, especially south of Toledo. Had areas that reached through the upper 60s, just shy of 70 degrees. Cooler near the lake shore, and especially as that lake breeze came on shore, it did chill things back a bit across parts of the area. So here's where we go into Tuesday. We're going to start the day mid to upper 50s. There may be an isolated overnight storm threat. I don't expect it's going to be widespread, and I think at worst we get a few storms that could create a few claps of thunder and some very small hail tomorrow morning. Much of the day is going to be dry, and here's where we go. You're going to see it here in that WTOL 11 weather forecast. Highs go surging into the lower 70s. Should we reach 72 degrees, that would be the warmest day in February in Toledo's history, but it's not going to last. We go plunging, and look by Wednesday afternoon. I need you to know how quickly this is going to change. Wednesday is going to be frigid with how it's going to feel back at the low 30s with wind chills. It could be in the teens by Wednesday afternoon. High of 72 degrees. That would put us into rare territory. The only time that we've reached 71 was been about 3 times back in recorded history, and we expect we may best that with 72 into the afternoon tomorrow. Now, things fairly quiet across the area right now, but the wider severe weather threat's going to extend from Chicago to Champaign down toward Indianapolis, up into southern Michigan, and eventually into the Toledo metro area. Now, I have mentioned the potential late tomorrow night that there's a risk of a few spin-up tornadoes. That greater risk is going to be from western Ohio back into northern Indiana and into eastern Illinois. That is something we'll monitor very close, but just want you to be aware that it is a potential risk. Wind gusts will be the leading risk. Large hail could exceed 1 inch to 1.5 inches in diameter, and again, that lower chance, but it is possible, of a couple spin-up tornadoes tomorrow evening. We're going to be mainly dry by daybreak tomorrow. There's the winds whipping up. We get some sunshine, and just like that, we're going to head into the lower 70s, record-shattering warmth. Now, let me put the clock forward to about midnight tomorrow. Some storms that will be developing off to the west. This is going to be very late, and through midnight, that storm threat is going to be increasing. These are the storms that may bring the gusty winds, and a few of those storms that could feature some rotation and very large hail. That threat may last through about 3 to 4 a.m. into Wednesday morning before a strong cold front does roll through. Tonight, a few isolated storms down in the lower 50s, highs in the low 70s Tuesday, record-shattering warmth, and that risk late Tuesday night of some strong to even severe storms. We will go plummeting on Wednesday. Consider this, much of the day will be in the low 30s, wind chills in the teens, more sun on Thursday, and a warming trend into the weekend. Saturday, back towards 60, upper 60s on Sunday, and reloading right back around 70 degrees with another warming trend into that first weekend of March.